Hello people, welcome to my channel. My name's Mark David. I'm a cartoonist and I'm here to teach you how to draw cartoons. Folks, in my ongoing quest to grow this channel, I've been talking to some of my friends about it and they've been coming back with some interesting ideas, interesting suggestions. One friend said, look, if you want people to watch your videos, just going to have to offer people what they want. And I thought, okay, I can do that. I know what people want. They want something like this. That's what people want, right there. I struggle a little bit making that work with my channel though. It doesn't quite fit. Something seems a bit wrong, if you ask me. And so I thought we can probably move on from that one. Another friend of mine said, make it an advice channel. People love getting good advice. You know, life hacks, that kind of thing. Good advice. I thought, oh, all right, I'll give some good advice. Here's some really good advice. I know this to be good advice because I live in Australia. This one here, I'll tell you, that's really good advice right there. See, in Australia, we have these things called brown snakes, the eastern brown snake. On the list of the 10 deadliest snakes in the world, I think the eastern brown snake currently comes in at number 2. It's quite a serious snake. Australia's actually spoiled for choice when it comes to dangerous snakes. Out of that list I mentioned before, the 10 deadliest snakes in the world, I think about 4 of them live in Australia. The inland taipan, the coastal taipan, the eastern brown snake, and I think there's another one too that in Australia that makes that list. Really serious snakes. So, and I used to see these snakes, these brown snakes. I used to live in a rural part of Australia and I'd be walking the dog every afternoon, as you do, and I'd almost tread on an eastern brown snake. Now, being quite serious about this matter for a moment, treading on an eastern brown snake is not a good way to start any afternoon or any walking of the dog because of the aforementioned seriousness of its bite. It's very venomous. And so I used to carry a pressure bandage with me in my pocket, a pressure bandage and my mobile phone, so I could apply first aid to myself if I ever actually trodden one. But the thing is, you're walking along, when you're walking your dog, you're looking ahead of you. You're looking way out ahead where you're walking the dog to, or you might be watching the dog, but you're not looking down there where all the snakes are. So I'd be walking the dog, looking ahead or watching the dog, and I'd hear a rustling sound, and I look down, and there'd be this snake streaking past my feet, right in front of my foot. This happened many times, literally many times. And so that got me wondering about how to best manage that situation, which is why I started carrying the pressure bandages with me. And of course, that leads to a potential video option here, this one. Again, it makes sense if you live in Australia, but maybe not to my overseas friends. So there is that. Another friend said, I just have to do what I'm currently doing, but make it more compelling to watch, which comes down to a good thumbnail. And I discussed thumbnails with my last video, but here's another one, make it more interesting. It's probably a bit of a reach, I think, for this kind of video, if you ask me, but what do I know? I've only got a small channel. I'm still learning, but I think I'll probably give that approach a miss. It's probably, like I say, a bit of a reach for my video channel. Another friend of mine said, do a live stream. They're really cool. I thought, live stream, yeah, I could do that. To do a live stream, all you got to do is run a video graphic like this one. Just run this for 25 minutes. That'll be just like the live streams that I tend to watch. 25 minutes, end the live stream done. Not too hard. Or another option is I just show you how to draw a penguin. So once again, we start with a rough. And I just often start with a circle when I start my cartoon roughs. Give me the penguin head, penguin face, and a couple of penguin eyes. And a penguin beak. Cute little beak. and a great big teardrop shape. This is the rough version. You can make it as messy as you want when you do your rough, because it's just a rough. People never see the rough. Well, they shouldn't see the rough. You do on this channel because I show you how it really works. But the thing about a rough is that you trace over it to get your nice, neat line work. So you make all your mistakes in the rough and sort it all out when you do your neat version. There's a big teardrop shape or beanbag shape, or you can call that shape anything you want. It's your choice. And do one of the flippers and another flipper and a little foot and tail. And you need to show a line where the white bits meet the black bits. The belly is usually white and the top can be, or I should say the back of the penguin is black, because we're going to colour in this bit all black in the neat version. And we'll have our penguin. So there's our rough version, and I'm just going to make that nice and faint. There we go, nice and faint. I'm going to trace it. You don't need a light box to trace your drawing. All you have to do is hold your rough version up against a window, the light shining in through the window. There's your light box. Put another sheet of paper over the top of that. You can see right through it, and you can trace your rough version to get your nice neat version, like I'm going to do a neat version now, tracing the rough version. There you go. Just all I'm doing is I'm tracing what I've done, leaving out all the mess and just drawing the neat bits. When I worked at a big newspaper art department in Sydney, I used to watch a lot of really fine artists do their work, and they pretty much all started with the rough version. And you never see the rough versions in the paper, you only see the neat versions. It's what we do. So you can do that. Just draw a rough version first and then trace it, like I'm doing now. Just gonna, oops. Made a little mistake in Photoshop. That's better. I'm just going to colour in those bits that are meant to be black. There we go. And now I'm just going to delete the rough version. At the newspaper, I'd draw my roughs in pencil and then ink it in. And when the ink was fully dry, you used to get a pencil eraser out and just delete the pencil lines and leave the neat version, which used to go into the paper. And there's my penguin. That wasn't too hard, was it? Anyone can do that. Folks, I'm up to 22 subscribers to this channel as I record this. So to each of those 22 people, I'd like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Certainly puts a spring in my step when I see a new subscriber coming on board. And I see those subscribers as being quality, if not quantity subscribers. And so there you go. If you're a person of quality, then what a great match you are to clicking on that subscribe button down there somewhere. You can't miss it. It's the one that says subscribe. And there's another thing I'd like to add to this message, and that is, while there are only 22 subscribers, then if you do subscribe now, then you can tell all your friends, hey, I subscribed to that channel before everyone else did. So not only can you be a person of quality, but you can be a trendsetter too. So there's that. Just saying. On that note, thank you for watching.